Hey guys, it's Sergey from DeFi Gator, and today we're here to talk about Survivor Protocol. Before we start, if you don't know too much about us, check out our content on DeFiGator.xyz, where we got a ton of resources and info on upcoming projects. I'd like to remind everybody before we jump in, this video is for entertainment purposes only. It's not financial advice. Do your own research. Always have fun. Okay, so this is a really fun protocol that's coming out. They do have a KYC, they do have a contract audit, which is why we're going to do an overview of it. They are an auto rebasing protocol, similar to the controversial one that we just did a chain analysis on, which was Seifu. What makes this one different? The protocol here has 10 tiers. Okay. What does that mean? That means every single time that you sell, you start out at 400,000 APY. If you sell one time, any amount, you drop to 200,000. You sell a second time, you drop you drop half. Every time you sell, you drop half. Okay. I don't think they have any kind of whale tax or any kind of anti-dump measures, which is, you can only sell a certain amount of tokens. But this is a pretty cool thing, and I think this has a chance to survive long term. They do have a pretty good amount of marketing going out there from what I can see, and this has three things that you can earn on. So one is the native token, okay, which is it starts out at 400,000 APY. So you got to watch the chart and make sure that you can sell whenever the chart is still above where you bought it, obviously. Plus, as we talked about, considering the taxes are going to be 33% when you first start out, I believe, okay, the first week, and it drops down to 21% in the next 3 weeks. Okay, so that's actually a good thing for the long-term holders. They have a jackpot that's going to be every 3 months from the 1% tax from each buy and sell. They're going to basically have a jackpot that's going to be, like a lottery played out to the holders. Okay. The survivors, it's basically game theory. Like I said, okay, survive to earn, whatever you call it. And the basic thing is to watch the chart. This is what it comes down to. Because again, you can sell any amount. So you got the typical, treasury and the insurance fund and the fire pit, and they call it something else different here, but it's the same thing. Okay, so there's a couple of frequently asked questions. Where does the APY come from? I'm just going to let you know there is no utility here except for the game itself, and that's okay. This is a really fun game. If it gets a lot of people in, then it will survive. But there's nothing that this protocol promises that it's going to produce a stable coin another way. It's not going to go to produce a blockchain. It just says in the future we will try to bring something in that is going to be an outside revenue source. But right now, all you're going to get is people trying to get into the protocol, put their stable coin in, and hopefully basically play musical chairs, okay? But again, this is going to be a fun one because I like the name Survivor Protocol, and you are trying to survive versus the other people. Couple things that I noticed on here. So they you can see this little pop-up. It says Untitled Design. The little things that kind of jump out at me is if the developers and the designers of this, again, you don't have like a team of 500 people. This is usually 2, 3, 4 people that come up with this. One person's responsible for the design, another guy for the code, another guy for the social media. Typically, that's how it is. But you can see it says Untitled Design. It's like, go through and get the little stuff off so that nobody can say anything about your website or your protocol or anything else. But again, they did the KYC, they did the contract audit. That's very important. But it's just these little things. Again, they're not major, but they're little quirks. Because remember, it's not that these projects and these protocols get hacked because of big things. They get hacked because people rush to market, because they don't audit correctly, they don't audit with the proper company, and they miss out on the little details. Again, this protocol is audited, so I'm not saying that, but it's just when I look at this, it's go through with a fine-tooth comb and make sure that nobody can say anything. Because if somebody notices this, then it puts just that little bit of doubt in my mind saying, did these guys check all the code if they didn't check this? Like when you press disclaimer, guess what? It takes you to the same page right here. Well, at least have a pop-up or something like that. Like go through, have another team member go through it and say, hey, let's do this, this, and this. Another thing that I noticed is there's no links on the front page, and this is their main website, to the KYC, to the, even though they have one, to the audit, Twitter, Discord, all the other links should be up here. Okay, not a huge deal. They have a link tree with all that. So I went through, basically all this explains how the protocol works. Again, it's an auto rebaser. Every time you sell, just remember you're dropping from 400. You're starting at 400,000, and you just keep dropping down. The second thing is there's a rebase. There's a reflection of the BUSDs that every buy and sell when that happens. There's a wallet that receives those BUSD. I believe it's 1 or 2%. And then if you are still in the 400% bracket and you haven't sold anything, you can make money through that. Okay, so you can, and again, it's based on the amount that you hold. So if you're holding a ton, you're not selling, you're going to get a bunch of BUSDs reflected to you off the buys and sells. Again, that's based on the amount of people coming in. So it's all about hype. It's all about marketing. It's all about who is going to be promoting this. Went through all this. There's really nothing drastically besides the 10 levels where you drop down. There's nothing really drastic. There's the lottery. There's the 3-month, lottery as they call it. But other than that, that's basically it. Their pre-sale, let's see. So here, one thing I want to point out. So I went to they said, well, we have an audit from Solid Proof. So I went to the Solid Proof website, right, which you should do all the time. And I go through here, and I don't see their name. So I'm thinking, uh-oh, what's going on here? Because I see this, audit passed. They posted their audit right on the GitHub. So I double-checked the Solid Proof Twitter, and yes, here they are here. So they are legit. Everything's good. And guys, always make sure to double check the Twitter because that's going to be the latest auditor news, which protocols they already went through, which were certified. Sometimes they don't update their websites and you might think, oh man, is this for real or not? So don't just go to one source. Make sure that you check all their different ways that they could tweet out or, if there's a Discord, maybe something like that. Okay, so they have a KYC. We see right here on Assure DeFi, this is legit, all good there. And we can see Survivor Protocol, we can click on that. Their Twitter, they got 7,000 followers. I mean, it's a lot in 2 months, but you know what? You could get that if you have the right influencers. So I don't think this is out of the ordinary. You got, followed by some of these, DeFi Darling, which is an influencer. Mod Society, 2 others. So, they're legit. I can see that most of the tweets are, they're got some contests running, things like that. So everything's pretty regular, and it seems to have some buzz definitely there. They do have a fair launch, so they don't have any whitelist, which is huge. Pre-sale is July 19th. That's in 3 days. Okay. So you're going to have to go to, just follow them on Twitter. That's going to be the easiest thing. They're going to post all the links on there, and you can go through that process. So that's basically what I wanted to go over. I think this is going to be a real fun one. I really do. There's protocols out there that have a lot of back-end work done, but they just don't make it fun. They don't make it attractive, and so they miss out on all the gamers / investors. This one definitely has good tokenomics or musical chairs, whatever you want to call it. But this one I think is going to last a little bit. It has a chance because of the fact that not many people are going to want to cash out. And the ones that do, the key is going to be this. Are they going to be able to overcome the first wave of the cash out people? So they do have the percentage for the sales tax. That should prevent people from cashing out. And as long as they didn't give out too many tokens to the influencers or whoever's going to be promoting this, then you should be fine, and this should last. I know I said that about the protocol that had the 1% max sell. That was exploited. Okay, so there was two protocols like that, and both of them got exploited for cells that were more than 1%, and hence they went down. As long as this one, again, it's audited, so it should be good. That this one should survive. I don't see any major issues, and wish them the best of luck. So if you guys have other projects you'd like us to look over, or any other blockchain transactions that you want to learn, or if there's something fishy going on, we'd love to take a deeper dive into it. And make sure to stop by our website at defigator.xyz, or look on our Twitter for the latest launches. And we'll see you on the next one.